Hello students, I'm Dr. Shalmali Katke, MBA faculty from Kekewa College, Nasik. Today, by way of this video, I'm going to talk about second chapter from Organizational Diagnosis and Development. This is particularly for HR student. This subject is for HR student. Now let's see the content of second chapter, Organizational Diagnosis. This chapter includes three major points: Martin Weber's 6-box model, Porter's 5-force model, and pestle analysis. For preparing this video, I have used these reference books. These reference books are French and Bell, OD by French and Bell, ODD, that is Organizational Diagnosis and Development by Anand Das sir, written by Anand Das sir, and third book is by T.V. Rao. Okay. Now, when we talk about these three model, before that we need to understand some basic concepts of OD. What is organizational diagnosis, its principle, and some other issues. Even an organizational diagnosis process we need to understand. So first of all, we'll go through it and then we'll talk about these three models. There are other models too, but we'll focus on these model as the syllabus talks about. As per SPPU syllabus, these three models are highlighted. Okay, so let's start with some basic concept. Before that, these are few videos available on the net, easily available on the net, that you can go through. I have prepared a big list of almost 6 videos you can see here. These videos will be helpful for you when you will go through the particular video. You can understand some of the concept. One video is basically on which is there on NPTEL Swayam portal, prepared by Srivastava sir. He is from Kharagpur. There are few videos talks about analysis and diagnosis of change, how successfully you can implement the change with the help of these module. Now let's start with a definition of organizational diagnosis. This is a definition which is mentioned on the screen. Organizational diagnosis is a process based on behavioral science theory for publicly entering human system, collecting valid data about human experience with that system and feeling that information back to the system to promote increased understanding of system by its member. This definition is given in 1981. Actually, it talk about two-way process. When we talk about organizational diagnosis, input, output is important, and designing, there are various components that you can see on a screen. That is a strategy, culture, technology, human resource system, and structure that will be helpful. These are the designing component which are basic thing for organizational diagnosis. Each and every organization work, not a single organization work in isolation. So each and every organization will affect each other, whether they are competitor, whether they are supplier, maybe a customer. So general environment also matter a lot for the output of organization, that is effectiveness, growth of organization, decline, or maybe whatever may be the adaptation, whatever may be the changes takes place, that will definitely depend upon the external environment as well as company's own environmental issues, that is strategy, culture, technology, human resource system, HR system, and structure. These are known as internal environment. Now let's understand few more definition. I know I have included this definition. These definitions are related with OD, organizational development. Already in the first chapter, few of the definition we have seen, but purposely I have included and I have highlighted few points. I'll just read out these highlighted point. These are linkage strategies, strategy intended to change, adaptive development, improvement, long-term efforts, and there are many other. But I have highlighted these points only. At last, I have included one definition, which is a we can say a definition which talks about the actual essence. OD is a plan and collaborative process for understanding, developing, and changing organization to improve their health, effectiveness, and renewing capability. When we talk about actual OD, we need to understand the linkage strategy. These linkage strategies are these link will be from external and internal environment. At the same time, third definition, which is given by Burke, talk about adaptive development. As per organization should show have a proactive approach. They need to develop, they need to improvise, they need to change their feature as per as strategy, structure, process, people, culture, any other changes as per external environment that is required. And this change will be not a overnight change. It is a long term effort, because long term efforts are required, collaborative efforts are required. Here the teamwork is expected, because cultural change you cannot implement overnight. Even if you wish to change the process, you need to have a focus angle, you need to have a specific thought, brainstorming is required, and then you can include the change. For any type of organizational change, we need to have some basic principles. So let's go through the some basic principles. There are two things are mentioned. First is to target the entire organization, guided by a framework that focus on interaction. Specially trained individual, a layman's, this is not a layman's job. So specific individual, external perspective, external OD consultant with a required skill set, with a required competency will be a basic thing for OD implementation. Then employee participation of all stages are required. As employees will be a basic component for the change, that will be a required matter. Then data, participants should be agree for validity and strategic importance of data collection. That data may be collected through specific module. Scientific tools and techniques are required for data collection. Then moving ahead, honest conversation is required. What I want, what type of a changes company want, what type of a requirement employees have. If employees are disheartened, then you cannot implement the change. You cannot force them to change, because output will be totally different. Output will not be 100% in that case. And last point, psychological safety. Active steps should be taken to overcome climate of organization silence. Here the issue is actual. When we talk about the actual climate change, because organizational change will introduce the climate change at the same time. If you need to implement if you need to change the structure, process, then brainstorming sessions are required. Employee involvement is required. With employee involvement, some psychological barrier may come. That is, employee, some group of employee maybe they opposes that activity, then active steps should be taken to overcome these climatic changes. And these climatic changes, definitely whenever transition phase is there, some or other issues may come. So safety that concerns should be shown. Now let's talk about the purpose of organizational analysis. Really, organizational analysis will be a requirement. Yes, organizational analysis will be a requirement. There are 4 points are mentioned. Direct beneficiaries are there are few beneficiaries, that is a human being, employees, those who are working will be a direct beneficiary. Even society members will be a direct beneficiary. For that matter, diagnostic study may be necessary. That part will be included in second step, we can say. An analysis or a diagnostic study may be necessary for planning growth, diversification, and expansion. Organization need to decide where they are, where their competitors are. That is, benchmarking will be a requirement as per as structure, people, system, style of working, technology which they are using, all sort of a thing. They need to compare, they need to benchmark, and then they can decide better way, necessary plan of growth, whether they are capable enough for growth, whether they are capable enough for going for a diversification, or they should go for any other strategic decision. That will be decided. Then improvising organizational effectiveness or planning general improvement. Organization, once they are ready with the organization analysis, that is a SWOT analysis, strength, weakness, opportunity, threat of their own organization, they can use general efficiency of a organization. On the basis of these diagnoses, they can decide what sort of a action plan they can go. Even they can enhance employee motivation if required. They can go for restructuring whenever they could find out any loophole, or we can say weakness. That weakness may be a single or multiple weakness. Then training, elimination of waste, elimination of unwanted structure, unnecessary steps, improvement in general health of organization will be based on this third step. And fourth will be organization problem solving. Whenever sub departments, we can say, multiple problems are there, interdependent problems are there, then organizational problem solving will be the best way. If it is a sick unit, then communication block, poor performance, frequently occurring conflict between two departments, all these issues can be sorted out. And for that, first SWOT analysis is required. Organization their own mapping is required, and then organization can perform it better. This diagnosis is required at the initial stage. Now, organizational diagnosis process. This is very simple diagram, but when we talk about a simple diagram, there itself complications start. First is diagnosis. Just now we have talked about a diagnosis, what sort of action, just like a doctor-patient relationship. When we are approaching to a doctor, doctor asks us many questions, that what you have, your travel history, whether we have attended any party function, what is your daily routine, and a number of blah 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 blah, a number of different questions. These questions are not irrelevant. Diagnosis is required. For more and more perfect diagnosis, we require, doctor require these sort of data. Now, for organizational diagnosis, earlier we have mentioned SWOT analysis, that is strength and weakness of our own organization. Problem area should be find out. And once the diagnosis takes place, there are different ways to diagnose. Then action plan will be ready. Once action plan will be ready, you need to intervention, you need to implement that plan, and then evaluation is required time to time. Once evaluation is done, definitely all sort of problems we cannot solve in the first step, then 100% result will not be there. Never, it never takes place. Slowly we need to go for first step again. That is, again we need to diagnose what went wrong, what sort of changes are required. Maybe during this implementation process of 1.5 year, suppose we may need to change the technology, we may need to change the structure, sometimes we need to change the psychology of an employee. All these things will be changed as per requirement. Okay, now let's talk about how we can implement these are the different models for organizational diagnosis. A big list I have shown. There are 10 different models you can see on the screen. That is a force field analysis, Likert analysis, Webster 6-box model, McKenzie's 7S principle, then congruence model, technical, political, cultural, TPC framework, high performance programming, diagnosing individual and group behavior, Burke-Letwin model, and so many. I have enlisted these 10, but I have highlighted only 3. That is a force field analysis, 6-box model, and McKenzie's 7S framework. Though I have highlighted these model, we are going to talk about 3 model only. That is Martin's Weisbord 6-box model, Porter's 5P model, and Pestel analysis. I haven't included Porter's 5 force model and Pestel analysis purposely, because whenever question come as per as examination point of view, or in an organization, question may be based on which are the different models available for organizational diagnosis. So please mention this big list. At least you can summarize, you can remember and recollect these 10 points, and then highlight whichever highlight 2 or 3 of them, and then you can explain if it is required, if it is asked. Okay, now next slide I have included what are the methods of organizational analysis. So far we have talked about SWOT analysis, but is there any one single method? All these models require different methods of organizational analysis. There are many ways to analyze, to diagnose, and to collect the information. And the first one is, again I have included 9. I know the slide is little bit blur, but please cooperate. I'll read out for you. First method is, these are the frequent method. First is interview, questionnaire, interview, observation, analysis of record, circular, appraisal report, other organization literature. Fifth one is analysis of hard data of organization. Sixth is task force, task group. Seventh is problem identification, problem solving workshop. Eighth is seminar, symposia, and training program. And ninth is recording and examining critical incidents. Now I'll explain, not in detail, but I'll take an overview of it. When we talk about these different methods, actually by way of these methods, we can say a combination of these methods will be used to collect the data. For example, if we wish to solve a problem between 2 different departments, if there are issues between IR issues, you can say IR issues in one particular company. A company may be a small, but with automation they have a high turnover, but labor turnover is also a high, that is, the attrition rate is also quite high um, in that particular organization. So just by observation or just by the record, we cannot collect the information, because exit interview forms may be there, but the employees may hesitate, some of them may hesitate to write down the actual reason. So here your observation, at the same time questionnaire and interview method should be a good combination to collect the information. To find out the problem or weak area, you should have a multiple options. We as a OD trainer, internal or external OD trainer will use these methods to find out for problem identification and for problem solving. Once the diagnosis is proper, then and then only we can suggest some medication, means simply we can suggest good method to implement, good method for improving that particular organization. Now let's understand practical perspective of organizational analysis. A big list is there again. These are the 8 points for or practical perspective. Analysis of objective, resource utilization and analysis, environmental scanning, organization climate analysis, work practice, technology, other resource and system. These are the actual method of practical perspective. When we talk about practical perspective, what exactly this is? Analysis of objective provide a clear understanding of short-term, long-term objective. Resource utilization analysis is at the same time, this is on the second step, this is equally important for allocation of human and physical resources in the organization. Third is environmental scanning. This environmental scanning will be a requirement as enterprise or any organization is a subsisting of all socio-cultural, economic environment. Then organizational climate analysis. Organization climate is a reflection of employees' attitude towards various aspects. Fifth is work practice. These practices adopted for execution of various activity. Technology is responsible for driving various organizational process. So final product services should be offered. Other resources, that is finance, business, administrative practices, are equally important. And last but very important point, that is a system which is transfer from which provide you the output will be a requirement. Okay, now let's talk about the first model, that is Weisbord 6-box model. You can see on the screen I have included one diagram as well as one website address is mentioned. This website address is nothing but from where I have taken the information. I have purposely included this website address. This 6-box model is a framework developed by American business analyst Weisbord, which talks about uncover the organizational issue that get overlooked by senior management, which takes place usually, and provide structural way for management to uncover the issue without the task feeling too overwhelming. But here, in case of this 6-box model, which 6-box focus on purpose, structure, reward, helpful mechanism, relationship, and leadership. You can see, you can easily point out that all these points are related with within the organization. Here the main limitation of this model is influence of external environment on particular organization is totally, it's not at all cover. The total focus is on internal environment of an organization. External environment focus is missing here, so the problem comes with this particular 6-box model. This is a limitation. Now we'll talk in detail. As I have mentioned, this model help the business to focus on common mistakes that the management of a company assume. So they have given a big list. Again, I have included website address, so it gives you a clear picture: purpose, structure, relationship, reward, leadership, and helpful mechanism. So this will give you entire idea about organizational diagnosis. With the help of these module, we can say 6 different component, not module, sorry, component. We can collect the information about one particular organization. These components are purpose, structure, relationship, reward, leadership, and helpful mechanisms. Leadership, with the help of leadership program, we can align core values, objective of organization with outside program. At the same time, management can understand what kind of a relationship exists between various individuals of a company, between the department, and more importantly, between individual and nature of a work. This helpful mechanism of organization helps in accomplishing objective or work, any obstacles in their in the attainment of a goal. Purpose is also, we need to change the purpose, goal, mission statement of an organization, so that will be equally important. When we talk about next model, that is Porter's 5 force model. This Porter's 5 force model, it simply talk about 5 points as mentioned, that is threat of new entrants, bargaining power of buyer, rivalry between two competitors, bargaining power of a supplier, and the threat, last threat is substitute product. When we talk about 5 force model, this is design various vital framework for developing organizational strategy. Here again I have included website address for more focus on Porter's 5 force model. These nature of competition to any industry will reshape, redesign the organization. It may be, this is common in case of small or large organization. New entrant, that is time, cost of entry, technological issues, cost advantages, number of customers approaching towards your organization, means your product, preferring your product, size of each order, cost of changes. If your substitute, if your rival or if your competitor provides some substitute product with a better quality, cost, then definitely it will hamper your product, it will hamper your output and the profit. So changes are required. number of suppliers, those who are supplying you raw material or byproduct, it's equally important. So all these issues are considered. Again, this talks about outside parameters only. Here focus is on outside parameter. In case of earlier, that is box model of Whizboard, they talk about internal parameter. Here in Porter's 5-force model, only external parameters are considered. Now the last, that is pestle analysis, PESTLE, pestle analysis. Here purposely I have included again the website address, and I have included example of pharmaceutical company. Each and every company will have certain political, economical, social, technological, legal and environmental issues. In case of pharmaceutical company, they have an opportunity to advertise through social media. So this is a positive point opportunity for them. At the same time, they have a social thing, that is increasing attention in healthcare. So again, this is an opportunity for them. But they have a threat at the same time, that is political focus is increasing. Labor cost is at the same time increasing. Inflation, these are all economical issue, but inflation also affect them lot. Total fuel cost is also increasing, and to be competitor in the market, they need to keep always manufacturing cost should be minimum, otherwise their competitor sale will be more as compared to them. Environmental issues are also increasing, and as environmental awareness is increasing, growing attention for environmental protection may be a threat for them. Weather conditions are not suitable, it is another threat. So in case of pestle analysis, internal as well as external parameters both are considered before implementing any organizational change. One of a sudden, organization or management cannot decide to change one particular structure. Before implementing any change, brainstorming sessions are required, that is lot many changes are expected. Now pestle analysis, I have included purposely one live example here of Amazon. Here again one website address has been shown. Pestle analysis of Amazon, political stability in developed countries.